Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Movie Podcast, and today we're going to talk about Jerry Jones. So before we get started, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And before we get moving, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so I just want to, wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. For those who are watching, I know I got a small audience, but I'm grateful for that, and I'm also thankful for the subscribers that I currently have. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel and watch my content. It's a new channel, and it's still growing. I'm still learning. But I'm very grateful to at least have my own little platform on YouTube. And yeah, Jerry Jones. Look, Jerry Jones. We know him to be a very successful businessman. I believe he was like an oil tycoon. In his earlier days before he purchased the Cowboys in the late '80s, and the Dallas Cowboys currently are the most valuable team. Looking on Forbes, they're worth about $8 billion. So I mean, I believe he bought the team probably under $100 million, maybe less than that. I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, the team's successful and well, maybe not successful, but in terms of their evaluation, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, they're considered America's number one. They're considered America's team. So good for Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys being worth all that money. However, I was on Reddit and I came across something very interesting. And listen, Jerry Jones is an old guy. He's been around, and he's from Arkansas, and he's been around during a certain period that wasn't a very favorable time if you looked like certain individuals, right? So a photo has surfaced, and I find this funny that this is coming out right before their big game tomorrow against the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. Um, and This is what's going on here. So this is a photo of Jerry Jones at a I believe it says it's a high school, Central High School in Arkansas. Um, and you see that there are some black students trying to come in, and I believe they haven't really segregated yet. And yeah, I mean, some of the comments I've seen on this has been pretty funny. Um, but I mean, in all seriousness, right? I mean, look, Jerry Jones is looks like a kid in this picture. Uh, I'm not trying to make any excuses. I'm sure Jerry Jones has probably changed, and um, well, we don't know actually. Deep down inside, we don't know. We don't know if he's changed, but obviously, in this current climate that we live in, this ultra woke society, um, when this picture comes out of Jerry Jones as a young man or a teenager, it looks like during a segregation ploy, or black kids trying to come to the school, and you see a group of white kids pretty much blocking and impeding. Now Jerry Jones could just be a bystander. He could just be watching. But I mean, at that time period, that whole mob mentality, and it's in Arkansas. Um, it doesn't look like he's I don't know. I don't know. There was a lot of people were comparing this to the whole Kyrie situation, saying like how now this is out. Jerry Jones needs to meet with black people and donate to the ACLU or whatever it is. I mean, uh, I guys, I mean, does Jerry deserve a pass for this? Are we past the statute of limitation about this? You know, because I remember during the whole Kaepernick thing, Jerry had a strong stance. He wanted his players toe the line, be out there during that anthem. You know, and seeing this is just kind of like I wonder what Jerry has to say about this. I wonder if he's gonna mention anything about this before the game. I feel like this may gain some traction considering this is the climate we live in right now. And I mean, is it fair to bring this up about someone's past? Um, you know, I don't know. I don't know because I mean, I'm not listen, like if someone is in our society who's old, but very successful and rich and stuff like that. But then like you see a picture of them as a very young child, maybe let's say going back to like the Holocaust, right? And they were out in the street protesting against Jews or something like that. You know, all these years later, the photo comes out. Is it fair to get on that person, make them atone for it? You know, um, I don't know, man. It's just when I first saw this, I kind of laughed, man. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, I mean, I wasn't really surprised, considering, I mean, it's in 1957 during, civil rights, segregation, um, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Jerry deserves a pass on this, or maybe he needs to come out with an explanation and explain what's going on here, or maybe since he's old, he can play the whole listen, I don't remember, I don't remember taking part of this. And if he's at one of these events, I wouldn't be surprised if he was probably at other events when he was younger. But I mean, Jerry, oof, man, on Thanksgiving tomorrow, someone's gonna a reporter's gonna ask this question. Someone's gonna bring this up, and I wonder what Jerry's explanation is if he already is preparing for a statement right now. Um, but it's just just the irony now of him at this segregation rally or whatever, and then now he's an NFL owner where his top talent are black players. Some of his top players to have performed and win him championships were black. Emmett Smith and I forgot the other black receiver's name. Um, but yeah, just yep, Deion Sanders, another player. That receiver goes by prime time, not prime time. That's Deion's name. What's the other guy? Um, Dang, what's his name, dude? Oh, Michael Irvin, that guy, right? So I mean, and many players after that too, right? So Jerry, man, how do you get out of this one? You know, mm, yeah, um, yeah, he doesn't look like a bystander to me in this one. Probably even throwing out the N word in that, but I mean, hey, I mean, it was back then. We deserve a pass, but well, she deserve a pass. I don't know, man. And that's the thing with with black people is like when stuff like this comes up, there's always these all these kinds of excuses and reasonings. Oh, well, he was young, he didn't know better. So much time has passed. But I mean, still, and Jerry Jones. I mean, over the years, he's not. You don't really know what he thinks on black issues. He doesn't address it. He doesn't talk about it and stuff. Even though like majority of his players are black, he stays away from it. Doesn't really say anything. But I mean, how do you explain this? You know. Ooh. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.